Hello and welcome, my beautiful little friends. How you doing today? It's Chris here, and we're going to play some more Bloons Monkey City for you guys. So I'm going to start off with just a sort of reasonable level tile over here. So let's play like one of these Moab tiles. Ooh, this is a fun map too. It's going to be, honestly, sort of difficult. This is just a tough map overall. Let's see, what are we going to do? Got boomerangs and cannons and stuff. Okay, let's do a ninja in the back to kind of clean everything up. We want to make sure we get some Seeking Shurikens as well. That's going to be really important. And then I'm also going to go for a boomerang over here to deal with a lot of the Bloons. So what I'm hoping is that the 2-3 boomerang's going to just turn left and right and just sort of throw his boomerang into nice little circles like that. Yeah, let's hope for the best. But we've only got 25 rounds. We're not going to have to deal with Moabs until around like 20 or something like that. So I'm not really afraid of the Moabs. But the Bloons can indeed overwhelm you fairly easily. A lot of my towers that are actually really good against Bloons are good against them when they're in a big gigantic bundle. But now we're going to have 2 different areas where they're going to bundle up. How the heck are we going to deal with them? Well, that's a good question, man. We're going to have to kind of find a decent enough damage to do overall. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to do a banana farm. I wasn't planning on this, but I think this is going to be best for us. I'll do just a low-level banana farm for now. Just like a 1-0 while I build up, and hopefully I can take everything down a little later. So today's topic for this video, which I've been trying to do like a different topic per Bloons Monkey City video. They've almost turned into my soapboxes. I just get up here and I just talk about whatever the heck I want to talk about. And I think, hopefully you guys don't mind. I feel like Bloons Monkey City, don't get me wrong, I would love to just talk about the game and just talk about the game and talk about the game, but I feel like you guys get bored of that every once in a while, especially when I do really similar strategies. So I try and just talk about the game just a little bit to kind of get you guys interested and let you guys know what I'm thinking and everything, and to sort of just switch into some sort of fun talk. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it, and hopefully we can have some fun together, man. So anyways, I wanted to talk about stupid people / stupid things that I've seen people do in high school. So this is sort of an interesting topic because I've known, I went to a high school with about 1,000 kids in just my class alone. So we actually had the biggest class, believe it or not, in all of my high school's history. Now, the crazy thing is the next 2 classes were going to be even bigger than ours. Like they knew that like the 8th grade class that was coming in as freshmen and a 7th grade class that was coming in 2 years later were going to be even bigger than our class. So it was pretty ridiculous to think about that. But at the same time, we were still the biggest class ever, so we had a lot of kids. And obviously, whenever you have a lot of kids, there's a big variety of people. There's a lot of variables going on. There's a lot of really good kids, but also a lot of bad kids. Now, you don't have to be a bad kid to do stupid things. For instance, this was probably the stupidest thing that I've ever heard of anybody doing, but it also shows that you have to be careful in life, because, you know, even as a high school kid that you think you're, like, totally unbeatable and you can do whatever the heck you want and you can't die or get hurt or anything like that, you absolutely can. I know when I was growing up, I felt like I was, undefeatable, like nothing was going to hurt me. If whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger kind of thing. So I used to like kind of sort of abuse myself just a little bit. Now, what I really mean by that is, like when I used to work at the garden center, like whenever there was anything that had to be, that was hard to do, that was tough to do, or the really crappy jobs, I used to think, this is okay because I'm making myself better in the long run. And it really did make me tough and value hard work. Like when people do really hard work, like as roofers and pretty much any trade job where you're actually getting on your hand, getting and using your hands and doing things with your hands all day, it's tough, man. And it's brutal on your body. A lot more brutal than people can imagine. Some things like, you know, maybe construction, they're not quite so bad. You use machines and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Maybe some construction have like really hard jobs, but I find that when I look at construction workers, they just don't seem like they have that hard of a job. They're always standing around doing something. Maybe that's just Illinois for you. Illinois construction is terrible. Absolutely awful. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so the stupidest kid, so this kid was, he was just kind of stupid, and actually, I can't even say he was stupid. He was sort of weird at best. But then I found out this is what happened. They were like, uh-oh, we found out something really bad happened to Joey over here. And we're like, uh-oh, what happened to Joey? Like, did he die or something like that? Like, oh gosh. We found out that he stabbed himself, but on accident. So you hear a lot about suicides these days, you know, and that's obviously absolutely awful. Nobody likes having to hear anything about suicide. I hope that if you ever have suicidal thoughts, you can get those figured out and get them, you know, hooked up and whatnot. Oh crap! Oh, we lost some lives. Oh, that's so sad. I just about had the money for it too. But the good news is we do have a 2-3 boomer with our 4th tier ninja with 2 banana farms. So we are going to be rolling in the money by the time we get to the late part of the game. But yeah, he stabbed himself. So this is the story that he told us. Oh crap! This is actually gonna be a little difficult. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, this is getting spicy over here, guys. Let's do a cannon. Can we do cannons on this map? Yes, we can. Oh, they're favored. Yes, I forgot about that. Sweet titties, man. So we're going to go for a 3-0 cannon up in the middle here. I feel like it's going to help out against leads, help against balloons, just be overall a really, really nice addition to our defense over here. So, yeah, I guess what he was doing, he came in like a week later, and he told us the story about what happened. And I guess what he had to do is he literally had to, like, give a speech in, like, all of his classes about, he didn't have to, but he kind of, like, was like, I kind of want to do this to tell you guys how stupid I am, and so everybody else doesn't make the mistake. And I sort of respected him for that, for realizing that he did something really, really stupid and not wanting other people to do something sort of similar. Though I can say it's pretty high, with a pretty extreme confidence that I don't think this would ever happen to me. Ever. I hope. I guess he was playing with a sword, like a legit, real sword, like a sword that you would go to battle with, kind of sword. I don't know if it was his parents or his, you know, his own or whatever, but he's playing around with a sword and he was chopping wood blocks and things like that. So like, okay, that's kind of cool, I guess. And what ended up happening was he was like gonna do one of those like sort of like upward like stab movements, and it went through the back of his leg. It went through the back of his leg all the way through to the front of his leg, and that was just like, holy crap, dude. That's obviously like sucks. Like I could easily see anybody dying from that. You know, getting your leg, the meatiest part of one of the meatiest part of your bodies stabbed with a sword from the back all the way to the front. I guess what he said was they missed his femoral artery. I think that's what it's called, the femoral artery in his leg by like an inch or something like that, or like a half an inch or something. So very close. If you cut that thing, it's like you're pretty much dead. There's like almost no chance of you surviving if you cut that thing. Unless you're like in a hospital or something. So what do I want to do here? I don't know. Let's get another 13 rounds to go. Let's pop in some more boomer. Oh crap! Let's pop a couple more boomers in here and a couple more cannons. Let's get some Moab maulers first. Do 1 and 2. And I'll get them up to Moab maulers. Then we're gonna get 2 boomerangs over here, up to 2, 3. Kind of a good combination of these guys. Yeah, I like it. I like it. And he said, luckily he was smart enough to realize that he's going to lose a lot of blood. So the first thing he did was he ripped off his shirt and he made a tourniquet, and he cut off the circulation to his leg down there. And that a lot of the doctors said that saved his life right there. That one single decision ended up saving his life. Was to make a tourniquet. So crap, we're losing more lives. What? Come on, little ninja buddy, you gotta be better than that, dude. I'm actually surprised we're losing so many lives. I feel like I have a pretty solid defense overall. Could be a little bit better, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's pretty solid. Get that kind of strong. Ooh, this guy's not strong. That's my problem, dude. So let's get rid of this stuff. We're gonna go bam bam, get a 4th tier cannon up, and I feel like now, with this defense, I should be more than good. I hope, right? Plus this guy's unclosed, right? He is. Okay. Ooh, I like the art over here, a little smoking gun. Plus this is just like on fire, or that's just like an explosion in the background, or in the foreground, I guess. Okay, that's the way it's got to be. That's the way it's got to be. Now with my extra room here, I can actually build a couple more Moab maulers. Sweet. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh god, we need more camera detection, don't we? Oh god, we do. Let's just go for a mortar. What do you guys think? Think a mortar's gonna work out? Let's go for a mortar. We're gonna pop him right in the front here, so even if he doesn't hit every single camo balloon, at least he'll get rid of a lot of the camo balloons. That's my goal. Let's see if we can make it work. So that was one of the stupidest things that I've seen somebody do. You know, like I said, I still respect him for at least kind of realizing that it was stupid and kind of giving a speech about how not to be stupid in the future. So that was kind of cool. But other than that, that was pretty stupid. Now, I have heard of other people doing some pretty stupid stuff as well, but they just luckily didn't end up getting hurt from it. Like, I knew a lot of kids that used to, you know, sit in the back of trucks, but used to, like, stand up in the back of trucks and, like, do stupid stuff like that, like driving 45, 50 miles per hour down the street. Like, you hit a bump, man, bloop, you gone. You're gonna pop off, and who knows how you're gonna fall. If you fall on your neck, dude, you're dead. Or paralyzed, or something like that. Now, other people have done sort of not stupid things, but ended up getting hurt in really, really sad ways. I know there's one kid who was a football player, and he was, like a pretty reasonably popular guy and everything. Very normal, very average, very cool, like, just pretty reasonable guy. He went sledding with his girlfriend at the time, and he was only, like, 17, I think, when this happened. And he went sledding with his girlfriend, and he went down a slope, and he ended up going off a little jump, right? And everybody's like, who cares? You went off a little jump. It wasn't a big jump, I promise you. I saw the pictures of it. They took some pictures afterwards to kind of prove that, like, he wasn't doing anything ridiculous. And he went over this little tiny hump, and he ended up just falling on his back just a little bit of a weird way, and he's paralyzed for the rest of his life from the neck down. I was just like, how the heck does that even happen? Like, dude, that's terrible. So yeah, he got paralyzed from the neck down, so going from a completely normal, average 17-year-old kid playing football and everything to being paralyzed for the rest of your life. I couldn't imagine that. I mean, being paralyzed, you know, having anything bad like that happen to you is just awful. I don't wish that on anybody. Losing any of your senses or anything, I know that I would probably be depressed if I lost my ability to walk or see or something. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. It'd be so tough for me. So we're going to get a couple more cannons up in here. You can tell I'm really spamming the cannons today, guys. Cannon boomer combos. It's working out pretty well. I mean, we're still struggling a little bit. You can tell we're down to 125 lives already. Like, anything can happen at this point, but usually the later in the game I get, the safer I feel. And this is the point, guys. We're playing a really, really close map to our home base up in here, and guess what? We're still struggle-lugging. Just a regular Moab. We can barely pop it. Now, I'm not saying that I'm using my absolute best strategies, but I am definitely trying. You know? I don't need to get my 2-3 monkey village with an Arctic wind and a bunch of cannons or anything like that to do a decent job defending. And this is pretty decent. So, once we get to the next area up in here, I'm going to tell you guys the stupidest thing that I know a lot of people did in high school. And I'm probably going to... A lot of people are going to think I'm stupid for this, but we do it anyways. Ooh, a DDT tile. Perfect. It'll be nice and difficult. If we can, I'm going to use banana farms. We can. Okay, let's use some banana farms. We're going to do a banana farm here. Do a banana farm there. We're going to get our ninja going up in here. I think this is probably the best spot for it. And I'm going to get them up to 1-0 and 1-0, and I'm going to use the road spikes if I need to, but I'd much rather just try and survive with just a 1-1 ninja. I think first of all I have to go for the 1-0 upgrade, and then we're going to get the 1-1 right after that. Alright, so you can tell our ninja's freaking powerful up in here. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! He's beefy! And we're going to do the kind of similar strat to what we've been doing lately. We're going to start off with our ninja, move into a mortar for some lead popping power and extra group popping power. Dude, I can't... I keep pressing 4 and 5. I'm so used to battles. I keep pressing 4 and 5 instead of Z. That's the problem, is the hotkeys are different in every single game. So, I get screwed up, man. I get screwed up really easily. So the stupidest thing that I've seen people do in high school is do lots of drugs. Seriously. It really screws them up. I personally... And oh, crap. Oh, crap. Here we go. Let's hope for the best here. I think we can manage. Maybe I'll use a couple sets of road spikes. Ooh, it's going to be a little rough on us. 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe one more. We could be good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hot punch deliciousness. So we're going to switch to the mortar, guys. This is going to be a lot more effective against these group balloons. I'm also going to get rid of this guy. He's not really that important anymore. And we're going to get him up to a Bernie stuff. Oh, crap. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, dude. What the heck is even going on right now? Do I even try to go for no lives lost? I don't know. No, mortar. Move! Come on, little mortar buddy. You can do it. You can do it. Alright, so we already used about half of our road spikes already. Kind of sad. Get anchored increased accuracy. We're going to get bigger blast. And then you can tell there's a huge difference between this level and the levels we were just playing, though. Even on an easy map like this, we're struggle-lugging. I'm barely surviving right now. I'm sort of proud of myself. I've never done drugs in my entire life. That includes weed and any other, like, you know, pills or anything like that. I've never done any of that. I've seen a lot of people that, you know, even just, like, starting off, like, smoking weed or something like that, you know, they turn to harder and harder things, and it is a gateway drug. I mean, not everybody does it that way, but a lot of people, they'll just move from this to that, to this to that, and then eventually you're like, oh crap, guess what, dude? You are struggling in life because there's a lot of crap happening to you. So I'm going to get my ninja over here. This is hopefully enough. Come on, distract, distract, distract. Yes. So I had to sell my banana farm to make this happen. I'm going to rebuy the banana farm, though, now that I feel kind of safe in having a quick little ninja up in here. So I don't really recommend, you know, doing any drugs whatsoever. If you had to pick one, man, I mean, alcohol is okay. Weed is okay. Like, you know, just be careful. You know, moving up, it's just like, oh, it's pretty much the same thing as weed. Oh, it doesn't hurt you. It's not bad for you. It's pretty much the same thing as this. And then you just open up and then you try it and you're like, oh, this was not too bad. Until you realize that you're just like, oh, I need more and I need harder stuff and I need something better and bigger until you're pretty much screwed. So, we do end up, maybe? Yes, alright. Another little bit of a shrug fest right here. I think what we need to do is get one cannon up to a Moab Mauler. And I think that combo right there should be enough for not only just a Moab, but once we start seeing grouped Moabs as well. Let's hope it's enough. But I want to make sure I get enough banana farms, dude. This is a DDT tile, so there's no easy way around, you know, popping DDTs. You got to get a lot of money so you can get a lot of stuff so you can defend against everything. But yeah, I knew a lot of kids in high school. I knew my next door, not my next door neighbor, my neighbor that was about 5 doors down ended up dying of a heroin overdose. It was actually a set of twins, and you can see that the twins kind of went in different directions. Like, one of them, I actually really liked him. He was actually one of my pretty good friends for, you know, about 2 or 3 years when I was in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Once we got to high school, though, I wasn't really, you know, big on him, because I could tell, like, both of them started to, you know, be like the really cool popular kids, and they were sort of mean to some of the other kids, and I didn't like that at all. So that's why I kind of stopped being friends with them, because they were like bullying other kids. And don't get me wrong, it was kind of nice to be in the popular group, not getting bullied or whatnot, but I just couldn't do that to myself. I was like, it's not worth it for me. I don't want to bully anybody else just to make myself feel better. So I was honestly, I'm actually kind of happy that that's the way I did things when I was a kid. I was very understanding of people's problems, and I didn't like bullying kids. I didn't like being mean to people and stuff like that, so I kind of just didn't really become friends with them anymore. Plus, there was this other kid, man. His name was Nasua or something like that. Oh my god, I hated that kid. He was just a jerk if there ever was a jerk. Every single thing he did was just annoying and jerkish, and like everything turned into like a fight. He's just like, you know, it would go from, oh, like, yeah, you know, I don't agree with you, to like, let's fight about it. Come on, let's get in a fist fight. And like, nobody wanted to get in a fist fight, you know, when you're that young, so it's just like, he's just like felt really, really tough. I don't think he ever got in a fight like his entire life, and the first time he did, I remember, he got beat up so bad. I was actually really happy. You know, I think every once in a while you need to have these really, really crappy jerk-face people just, seriously, just get beat up really bad. A life freaking lesson for him. So I don't usually condone violence all that much, but man, oh man, is it nice to see some people get what they deserve. Oh gosh. Not exactly an eye for an eye, but sometimes you don't realize how much the mental anguish can really, you know, affect people. So sometimes the physical punishment, you know, just getting punched in the face a couple times, I'd say that's pretty fair right there. If not even get beaten up again after that. And a lot of them, they learn, though. That's the funny thing. They realize, oh crap, I'm not as tough. I actually need to watch my mouth a little bit more. Like, sometimes just getting beat up once can really change somebody's life. I noticed it with that kid. Like, after that, he wasn't like, you know, a complete changed person and like, oh, everything's, you know, fantastic and I need to be a good person or anything like that. But he was definitely a lot more reasonable, I guess. Didn't just say, let's fight about it every single time. So, okay, this is going to be a little tough for us, guys. I think I'm going to sell a banana farm just so I don't end up losing the freaking game. We're going to go for a second mortar over here up to the left side this time, with the burning stuff and everything, and I think that should be more than enough. Mortars are super powerful, man. Double mortar defense. I love it. You got one for camo detection, and you got one for pop and power. Combine those guys together, and you get a delicious, delicious amount of everything. But yeah, a lot of the kids that, you know, did do a lot of... like, you could just either tell or just knew that they were, you know, the druggy kind of people in high school. They went to, like, the same community college that I did, but then, like, after that, they just didn't know what they wanted to do with their life in a lot of situations. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people there can be super duper successful, doing, like, some drugs and stuff like that. Like, all the kids that went to a lot of, like, really crazy parties and, like, you know, even smoked cigarettes and stuff like that in high school, like, at the bus stop and stuff like that. Those are the kids that, ended up usually failing out of community college. And I was like, how do you fail out of community college? It's basically high school 2.0 with a little bit less, supervision, I guess. That's the way I felt about it. So if you guys are, you know, thinking about doing drugs whatsoever, don't do it. It's going to make your life a lot worse. It's not going to make it better. If you're going to do anything, drink just a little bit. If you really need to, even though it's illegal, man, in a lot of places, you can smoke some weed. But I don't condone that whatsoever. I don't think you should. I've never done it, and I don't think I need to. I'm actually really happy with my life. For rizzles. For rizzles. Patizzles, manizzles. So, we got a crap ton of money in here. DDTs are going to start coming out soon, guys. We got to deal with this thing the only way we know how, and that's with a crap ton of Moab Maulers inside of the range of this monkey village right here. So we need a bunch of these guys over here. We're actually going to probably sell some of our banana farms really quick, because I don't know when they're going to come out. They can come out any second. Seriously. Gotta be a little careful here. But I do have 3 4th-tier ninjas, which are really, really good against these DDTs. They're worse against the group DDTs, but against just one single set of DDTs, they're usually a lot better. Plus, it sucks sucking up all these bananas. Also, if you're wondering, Chris, why is it so laggy over there? Why isn't this 60 frames per second perfection? Well, because Flash sucks. This is why a lot of companies are getting away from Flash. They suck. They're not very good at all, and it's like super laggy and everything. And like I'm running a super duper good computer, and no matter what you do, Flash is just lagtastic. Alright, so we got all that set up. I'm gonna sell this guy as well, and now what do I want to do? What do you guys think? Oh, there's the first set of DDTs. Annihilated! Let's go for a couple more ninjas while we're at it. We just gotta make sure we keep them inside the range of our monkey village. That's the main thing. Range-atize me. And because we're not that far away from our home base, I really don't think they're going to be all that difficult. I think it's just going to be like a couple sets here and there. I don't think there's going to be like 10 sets of DDTs coming out all at once, even though sometimes that does happen in those really, really far away rounds. Ooh, crap! DDTs on top of Zoma Gods, though. That can start to be a little bit tankalicious right there. Tankalicious. So all we gotta do is wait a few more rounds and things should go our way. I don't even think I need to build anything else. We'll just sort of chill here and let everything kind of just go down. So that's the stupidest thing you can do in high school, is lots and lots of drugs. Hey, if you really need to, try it to realize that don't do it. I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say. It's hard for me to like talk about this stuff because honestly, maybe I'm not even the best person to ask, because I'm not you know, I don't have a first-person experience. I have a third-person experience. I've seen what it does to people. And some people can be okay, but some people, it just screws them up really bad. So I think it depends on what kind of drugs you did. I actually knew, like I said, I knew the one kid who died from the heroin overdose. I know a couple people that got kind of hooked on cocaine, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know if cocaine is as addictive as everything else, but I know that a couple people that got hooked on cocaine, and they're like, you can tell they're kind of weird now, you know? It's like really hard to explain exactly what's wrong with them or like what the deal is with them. But they're sort of weird and they're sort of like twitchy a little bit and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know, it's kind of weird. And then like, because I knew a couple people from work actually who used to do this stuff on the weekends, and their life isn't going all that well right now, I can tell you that much. Yeah, I'm done with my drug talk. That's all I wanted to say. I have to get pointed out there really quick, just have the dirty discussion every once in a while with people. And hopefully you guys don't mind. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully I wasn't too personal or anything like that. I tried to not give any names out or anything like that, but I do I wanted to give as much first-person experience as I possibly had with other people doing it. I guess that's first-person experience, I suppose. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you press that like button for me. If you guys have any, certain things you want to see me do in Bloons Monkey City, let me know. I would love to try and make that happen for you guys. The one problem that I'm having is that like a lot of the tiles are like desert tiles. Like in this new area, a lot of them are desert, which is kind of nice because it makes it a little bit easier for us in a lot of situations, but at the same time it can be a little bit more on the boring side. So let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to see anything in particular, I had a couple people beg me. They're like, Chris, please make some Bloons Monkey City. Make the Bloons Monkey City. And I did. So there you go. Fantastic. Thanks for watching, and have a super duper delicious day.